Ground to cockpit.
Right, good morning, everyone. So sorry for the delay. I'm having an absolute nightmare already. So last night I was trying the voice recognition with SLC, and it was working absolutely fine. Now, for some reason, it's not picking up my microphone, even though it's telling me in my toolbar on my little microphone thing. It was telling me a moment ago that it was using it. So I'm going to start up the flight from scratch. I was already loaded in, just sitting here on the apron. I wouldn't go that far, Scooby. I've not been waiting forever. Absolutely not. So, got it loaded up. I'm going to go airliner flight. If, for some reason, I can't get it working and up and running, I'm not going to worry too much, because I can still use the little cues that it brings up for things to say. So, worst case scenario, I'll still say all the spiel, and we'll just select the one that I'm actually saying, just to trigger the next point. So, yeah, it is what it is. So setting up a flight plan, then we're going to be bringing it in across from Simbrief. That's all loaded up, and we'll see that the flight is going to have a little bit of a delay because the loading time was a couple of minutes ago. So the good thing is we can change our departure time, which will also change our estimated arrival time, and I'll just set it so that loading's expected in about 9 minutes. There we go. In-flight services, we're going to leave it exactly how it is. We're a low cost. Do you know what? Even though this is medium haul, do you know what? We're going to go short haul because we're not flying that far, are we? And that's the only change that we're going to make. So we'll click start flights, let SLC do its thing, and we'll find out if voice recognition is actually going to work for me. So you can see that it does actually say that it's listening to me. So let's give it a go. Hello? Hello? No, see, it's not working. If we push the middle button, voice recognition says it's turned off. Click it again, it says it's turned on. And if we have a look on our little microphone thing down here, it should say that self-loading cargo is actually using it, which is quite strange. Again, I just don't know why it's not actually detecting. It's a bit of a weird one. So we'll say we've said hello. So hello.
Good morning, Captain. How are you?
Hi there, I'm fine, thanks.
Great. We're just preparing the cabin for the passengers. We'll speak to the terminal staff once the door is opened and find out how long they think it'll be until boarding begins.
Okay, no problem. Feel free to open the doors whenever you're ready.
No problem.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to have to do it. Big boy, you can be one of the passengers on the flight if you so wish. It's telling us there as well that no interactions are available at the moment, so that's cool. So what we'll do is start doing our powering up of the aircraft. Well, not powering up, but we'll certainly start getting our batteries on and stuff, and getting things ready. I'm just absolutely gutted that I can't, for some reason, the microphone's not getting picked up by SLC. Hello?
Hi, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security and they've started checking in, but there's at least 20 minutes to go before we can expect to start boarding.
Okay, you're free to start boarding whenever you're ready. Let us know when you've started.
No problem.
It's good that you still have this little sort of interaction anyway. I do like it. You seen my landing before, have you, Scooby? Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Right, so we'll just start getting the aircraft done on pre-flight anyway. So we've got a park and brake set. Landing gear is in the down position. Thrust levers both to cut off. Transponder will set to standby. Electric hydraulic pumps are both in the off position. Bleeds, stick them in the off position. And left and right packs are both off. Okay, lovely. So we'll get the battery on. Standby power will go to guard closed, which it is. Emergency exit lights, close. Passenger signs. Should be looking good. Position lights are on steady. We'll do a little fire test. Always forget which one this is. Is it to the right? There we go. Lovely. Right, we'll get ground power now. I can't remember if we can actually... No, we can't interact with ground crew yet because they haven't connected to us, so we'll just wait before we get the ground power on until they get in touch with us. But yeah, what he's up to on a fine Saturday. Do you know what, for a moment again, I thought it was Sunday. Yeah, we're currently on the ground at East Midlands. We are operating a Ryanair flight over to Ireland. We're going to Dublin. I'm still amazed at just how well this scenery has been put together. It's absolutely brilliant. Stick that more in the corner as well. And as I say, when we've got some interactions that are available, that will let us know. If we do want to contact as well, anyone on the intercom or the PA system, we can still do that. But that's usually when people are getting in touch with us. We still have to trigger some things ourselves. But yeah, I'm just gutted the way that's not working. SLC communicate? No, just absolutely not. And I don't know what I've done to it. Bit of a shame. Oh, there's ground connecting.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Crystal clear, 5 out of 5.
Okay, Captain. Radio check complete. We'll contact you once the ground vehicles arrive and we're ready to start loading.
Roger. Okay, now we've got options for ground crew as well if we want to if we want to contact them. Now that they've established a connection for us. Now, I think I haven't got me... can't remember if the ground crew will actually... If you can tell them to connect the bloody hell GPU. Let's have a little look. Cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to ground.
Oh no, he's saying it now, isn't he?
Go ahead.
Let's see if we've got an option on here. No, that's just giving us APU in that, aren't we? Yeah, stand by for ground power disconnection. Okay, so we'll just say disregard.
Roger.
So we'll do this bit ourselves then. Ground services. Get our GPU connected. Yeah, bit of a shame. Honest to God, I'm gutted that it's not picking it up. Okay, ground power's connected. Right, fuel pumps then. We'll get the left aft switched on. We are going to do as well, we are going to stick the APU on, so we'll do ground to cockpit again. Sorry, cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead.
Where are we? We're starting the APU now. Stand by for ground power disconnection in a few minutes.
Roger. We'll monitor the startup from down here and let you know if we see anything untoward.
Roger. Okay, we'll just keep our eyes on this. Okay, wait for it to stabilise. Hey, lovely jubbly. So APU bleeds going on. Isolation valve is open. Left and right packs goes also ready for passengers. IRS selectors, we will select nav. And we'll also get some window heat on. Yeah, weather's not looking great. It has been. I've been sat on the apron, well, at the gate for probably the last half an hour or so, and it's just been trickling rain every now and again. Sort of like stopping and starting. Alright, let's just have a little look as well, see if we can see any more information regarding time. Doors are open, that's fine. So aircraft loading is commencing. It's overdue by a minute.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Just a quick update to let you know that we've started loading. We'll send the final load sheet up once we're ready.
Roger. Okay, aircraft loading's now in progress. So it looks like it's only got 28 minutes as well. Fuel on board has been sorted. Lovely. Right, nice. Nearly all the passengers are checked in as well. It says we're going to start the boarding process in 5 minutes. As I say, I'm not going to be using GSX to give us any visuals. Because, well, you know what? I don't even know. I might even scrap the idea of using the pushback, since me speech recognition is absolutely bodged on this one. A little bit of a, as I say, I'm just absolutely gutted. Yeah, shame that's not working. Let me just try another one. Cockpit to ground. SLC, cockpit to ground. Yeah, it says it's definitely using it, like, doesn't it? Just strange the way that's not. Rogan, how you doing, mate? Welcome in, fella. Why is that not working? Can't even like change the order of these. I'm presuming that doesn't matter, does it? Let's have a look in the settings. I'm sure there's nothing for me to enable or disable in this. Communication channels, that's all you literally get on the voice recognition stuff. Yeah, as I say, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Boarding's going to be starting in approximately 3 minutes when the passengers start boarding as well. Rev, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so to be honest, fella, as I say, I had this working last night, and just now for some reason it's just decided to be an absolute pain in the backside. So I'm committed to doing the stream anyway. We can still see SLC working. I'm just probably going to be the onus is on me now to make sure that I'm triggering the right things at the right time, but regardless, we'll continue forward with it. Anytime I'm getting contacted by them, or once I've done the initial contact myself, I'll just read the spiel out. So this is called self-loading cargo. Excuse me. This is called self-loading cargo, Rogan. So, do you know the way sort of GSX gives you all the visual stuff? Like, you can see passengers walking to the aircraft and getting on board, and you'll see all the loading stuff happening in the background. This brings another element of sort of immersion to your sim. And it gives you like a living, breathing aircraft, so to speak. So we can actually bring up and have a look at the cabin. So you see, like, I've got my little crew moving up and down at the moment. They're doing like whatever they're doing, their little checks before the passengers start coming on board. You can see like the status of the doors, whether they're open, closed, armed. Also things like the toilets and cabin crew, as well as keeping the passengers updated and informed. They'll also try and keep them happy when it comes to, you know, doing like drink services, meals, in-flight entertainment start and stuff like that. But probably not going to see a lot of that on this flight because we're doing we're set up for a short haul. Passengers should be boarding in approximately 1 minute. 17 quid, I think it is at the moment. So it's very, very good. And again, you know, I don't know, maybe it is because I'm streaming. Maybe that's why, you know, the mic's not getting picked up for some reason. I don't know. I mean, that's just an absolute stab in the dark. But yeah, it's a good little system. As I say, stick around. I'm still going to be, whenever I can do the spiel myself, I'll still do the spiel. Just to make that a little bit more entertaining on the flight. And I definitely have got voice mode activated. Just don't know why. As I say, it's not working this morning. Right, boarding time in less than 1 minute. And then when the passengers start boarding, we'll start doing the rest of the aircraft setup. Now, I probably want a bit more lights on as well, don't I? It's a little bit dull at the moment. So I'm at Echo Golf November X-Ray, which is East Midlands. And honest to God, I done a little stream on this last week? So detailed, mate. Even beyond the airport grounds itself, it's absolutely. A lot of people are citing it as being the best airport add-on for flight sim, and I'd agree with that. Okay, so just there then saying that the passengers are going to start boarding, so we should get a little bit of music. And passenger boarding is expected now. I'll just contact them on the intercom.
Hi, Captain.
We'll say, how's it going?
Check-in has started, but there aren't any plans to bring the passengers down just yet.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, so passenger board expected 1 minute ago. So they're all checked in anyway. Oh, there we go. Passenger boarding's now in progress. Lovely. So while that's sorted, we'll continue with the setting up of the aircraft then. So we're going to do our FMC configuration. So we're going to enter our IRS. Oh.
Hi, Captain.
Hello.
We've started boarding now and the passengers are being seated.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, as I say, we are at EGNX. And today's flight is going to take us over to Dublin, so Echo India, Delta Whiskey. Should have that in there. Just going to bring up my little sim brief panel, just so we can have a look at the routing. So we're going out on runway 09, so we're not going to be going over Donington, we're going to be heading out to the east. Flight number today is Ryanair 535, so RYR 535. Okay, 0 fuel weight, that goes in. I know we've got 1 ton of fuel reserves. Cost index is 27. Cruise altitude today is going to be flight level 240. Let's get the weather information. Average winds 2948. Oh, I'm doing 2984. Transition altitude 6,000, and what was our cost index? 27, wasn't it? There we go. I think I've just put that in wrong as well. 27, cruise altitude 240. Okay, M1 limit. Yeah, we're not going on a D-rated one. I don't think I ever bother with that, to be honest. 5 degrees of flaps. We won't get our V-speed yet because we need to set up our departure arrival. So instead we're going out on 09. We're going to be going via the TNP 3 Papa. For our arrival, we're coming in on the Bagso 1K. And I think I said, let me just check Navigraph. The RNAV on runway 34. RNAV 34. So we're doing the Bagso 1K. The transition from there as well, we're doing the Kerav. So we'll execute that and then we'll have a look at the flight plan. Okay, so nice departure out. Coming back on ourselves. Let's see if we've got any discontinuities. Looking good up to now. Looking very good, in fact. Yep, straight in. Lovely. Absolutely no issues on that one at all. Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at the next page then. So, init ref, on limit, takeoff. So now we can put our V-speeds in. And that's pretty much all set up and ready to go. Okay, next one we're going to have a little look at is doing our MCP. So, IES max speed set, so we're going to be going V2 plus 10, so 162. Heading and takeoff, so going out on runway 09, heading to the runway. Just having a little look on Navigraph, so if we're going out on 09, it's going to be 88 degrees. Lovely jubbly. Again, initial altitude, normally if you were just sticking in what you were cleared to on your chart, you could do that, but again, I'm not under any ATC instructions, so we're just going to put that up to our cruise altitude of 240. It'll still stick us to any constrictions that are in place, so we don't have to worry about that. We've got the flight directors on. Oh, did I put my yaw damper on? No. Okay. Flight directors are on, auto throttle, and then we'll get the LNAV and VNAV. Okay, we've set our altimeter 1006. Auto brake to RTO. Wait for the doors to close, but we'll do our pressurization now anyway, so we're going 240. And destination 243. Okay, so that's that bit done. Right, we'll do. We'll just contact the ground crew.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead.
We'll just say, can you please disconnect the GPU?
Roger. Stand by, please.
So what we'll do is we'll just go on our EPU now.
Ground power has been disconnected.
Roger. Yeah, no ECC revs. Yeah, I'm just absolutely bombed out, man, that I haven't got me bloody speech recognition on this, because honest to God, it was lovely last night using it. Let's just have a look at our time frame as well, see where we are. So, flight departure expected in 15 minutes. So we're on schedule. 12 minutes remaining for all our loading. Boarding still in progress. Well, sort of, mate, but obviously you've got all this UI. And as I say, it creates a fully living aircraft, and you know, the cabin announcements that get done by the crew, your instructions. So it also gives you flight reports and stuff, depending on how well you've interacted with your crew or the ground and so on. But you can see, like, people coming in through the doors. They are all going to get the seats. If you click on someone as well, it brings up all the information about them. So you can see how they're going, all the interactions they've had with the cabin crew. So yeah, really, really good there. You know, it's not just, it doesn't just feel like, you know, you've got no one on board. It actually brings the aircraft to life. I'm just going to have a quick look as well through the things that I'm, well, through the manual for this. So once the loading's been completed, we've done the thing where we've said we're starting up the APU. Once the loading's completed, the ground crew is going to let us know that they're sending up the load sheet to the cabin crew. So at that point, the cabin crew will contact you via the intercom to give you the details that we require. So yeah, we're just going to wait for that. And then once the cabin crew have boarded all the passengers and the ground crew have passed the load sheet information, the flight's going to be ready for depart. And then once we've received the load sheet, you're ready to go, and we can instruct them to close up. This might get you back onto it. Nice. But honestly, I'm just gutted that that I haven't been able to get, for some reason, the voice working, because, as I say, it was perfect, absolutely perfect last night. But yeah, they don't respond to everything. Just what Rev's saying there about it's not unlike the HCS packs. The really good thing with this, they might sound a little bit robotic, but people make voice packs for this which are free. So if you're flying, like, say, a Ryanair flight, you might have someone who's put together a Ryanair profile so that, you know, all the lingo, all the voices are like real voices, but also things like cabin music, safety announcements by the cabin crew reflect that of like a real world airline. And as I say, this is the first time that I've jumped into this. SLC has been around for a long time. It's just that this update that everyone's been waiting for has taken somewhere around 3 years to actually come to light. So I've got no prior experience using the product. You know, I can't say that I'm in the same boat as a lot of people who are using the previous version waiting for this update, but apparently from what I'm led to believe, this update has been an absolutely massive update. It's pretty much been rewritten from the ground up. So expected departure, sorry, 11 minutes. We should be a little bit closer as well now to... Oh, there we go, we're getting a little ding-dong. That's actually quite low, that, isn't it? Let me just do the door muffling.
These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Yeah, we will get our seatbelt signs on, actually. So we shouldn't be too far now. On board, we've got 137. We're expecting 168. So still a few more passengers to come on board. So it also tells us as well, of those passengers, how many are seated and also how many have actually strapped themselves in. So just another 28 people to come on board now. And again, this is all reflected on this little sort of map of the aircraft, to see. You can still see people coming in now. Seats are getting fuller. But as I say, it just gives you something else to look at, especially when you're flying tubes and you know, you've done a lot, you know, you're just doing a lot of stuff on the ground, and then you've got those time periods where, you know, you've not got much to do. This just gives you something to keep your eye on. And even when you're in cruise as well, you can watch like the little cabin crew people just go around, and if they're doing like the drink services or whatnot. But yeah. Okay, so what will happen next anyway, once all the passengers are boarded and the ground crew have passed the final load sheet onto us, the aircraft doors will get closed. When all the doors are closed, we'll turn on the beacon light, and then that'll tell ground to basically contact us. And they'll just basically say something to us about just get in touch with them when we've completed our final checks before we depart, and then we'll get in touch with them and we'll commence the pushback and startup. Well, there was something as well that I changed in my settings that might have changed back. Let me just go to sounds. I'm sure, was it this one? Or the airport gate one? Yeah, I used to have that turned down a little bit just so it wasn't as... that background noise wasn't as aggressive. There we go. Yeah, we'll have it set to somewhere like that, eh? Hello?
Hi there, Captain. All of the passengers are now on board.
Okay, we're just awaiting the load sheet from ground. As soon as we have it, please feel free to close the doors.
No problem. I'll bring it to you as soon as they send it up. You still have time to do the welcome announcement. That should pass some of the time.
Okay, we'll do that, eh? So let's do that. So normally, I could literally just say SLC public address, but that's not working. Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. My name is Paul, and I'd like to welcome you on board this Ryanair flight to Dublin. Our flight number this morning is Romeo Yankee Romeo 535. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 24,000 feet. We hope to depart very shortly. We're not expecting any delays. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft is pushed back from the stand. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. As you can probably tell, the weather here in Nottingham is, well, not looking very good this morning. But it should be a nice, comfortable climb up to our cruise level. I probably shouldn't have said that one, should I? Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so there's nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favourable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination. But we will, of course, keep you up to date should there be any changes. So if you can get yourself seated and secured in the meantime, we'll be able to make a departure as soon as everything is ready. And thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the flight. So, again, even though I'm not using voice recognition at the moment because it's not picking me up, if I was just talking and saying that, it would register, move on to the next page, but I'm just reading it out just for the whole sake of probably role-playing a little bit, and I'm just clicking the little bit of text that I've read out for it to trigger the next stage. So you can do that as well. And that's usually just sort of like a fallback issue if for some reason the voice recognition wasn't picking up what you said correctly. And instead of you repeating yourself and going on, you can just click it to say, right, yeah, accept what I've just said and move on to the next bit. So it's got that little fallback in place, which is good. But yeah, so there's our welcome announcement to everyone. We shouldn't be too far until we go now anyway. All the passengers are on board, seated and secured. Loading's got less than 1 minute. We'll be finished. And then if we have a look at the doors as well. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to use GSX very briefly. As I say, I'm really trying not to use this, because I don't know how the pushback feature works with this, whether or not I'm going to have buttons to basically be able to say or to be able to push or not. But we'll operate the stairs, get rid of them. And we'll close that door as if we're simulating that ourselves. So I've got my park and brake on. GPU is being disconnected to run on APU power.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We're waiting for you to close up. Once the beacon light is switched on, we'll contact you to begin pushback.
Roger. So there you go. He's just confirmed that once the beacon light goes on, they'll contact us. Rogan said that you went back on Elite Dangerous yesterday. You made 30 million. Bloody hell, mate. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and the total number of souls, not including yourselves, here.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, that's great. You can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll let the crew know and we'll get closed up as soon as we can. All stations, please close doors.
Okay, and then you can start seeing that the doors are going to start getting closed up. A little bit of change in the ambience as well. But yeah, just see what I mean? This just gives it, even though I'm having a bit of a nightmare with the old voice scenario, it's still giving me things to do while I'm sat here on the ground. Just give me that little bit extra. So what we're going to do now is, yeah, just start the pushback and startup procedure. We will have to, I think, as well, tell the cabin crew again at some point that, well, I think they might actually start doing it when we're maybe starting our taxi, or I've got to tell them or give them enough time to secure the cabin. But that's usually once they've done their safety announcements. I can do that anytime I want then, I believe. So, but yeah, let's get the beacon lights on. Let's start pushback. We're ready to go. If we have a look at our timing as well. Yeah, still saying we're on schedule. And it's waiting for us to switch the beacon light on to commence the next stage of the flight. So we've got the beacon light on now, which is the anti-collision one.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
We're ready to disconnect.
Oh, pinstrays ahead and see you soon. Oh, what's that? Okay. Thanks very much, pinstrays ahead, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, do you know what? Actually, I think I might have the pushback thing disabled still. Let me just double check that.
Cabin crew, set doors to automatic and cross-check.
Okay. Let me see. Cabin management. Pilot's Gordon. Pushback and taxi. Just trying to find what it was for the pushback and stuff. Okay. Or maybe I've got to contact them again. As I say, this is a learning experience for me trying to do this all the way from the start, but by the sounds of things as well. I think she's doing a safety announcement now, which is a little bit premature.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
Yeah, because I can't contact ground. Bollocks.
Pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen
okay,
masks,
we're using GSX for this bit.
Brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace. Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that
oh well, it's not going perfectly, but at least we're getting a demonstration of all the stuff that it does, eh?
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Rev, that's elite dangerous, mate.
Hold in place with the strap and pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others.
Departure checks completed.
If we land
Bypass
in
pin
water,
inserted.
take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist, click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the
I still love the way the wheels are never aligned. Like the thing crabs.
We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight and thank you for flying with self-loading cargo.
Anyway, suppose we get this on. I've got no fuel in the centre pumps. Electric hydraulic pumps will go on. Anti-collision lights are already on. Parking brake is set. Ground equipment's been removed. Okay, so we're just getting ready for our engine start now then. Okay, so no straight face south on. Which way do I want to face? No, I don't. I want to do. I'll do face east on C.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, parking brakes getting released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay. Cockpit to ground. Start on engine 2. Do you know what? I haven't switched my packs off, have I? Nearly forgot about that. I'd have been like, why the hell isn't my engine starting? I'm juggling so much at the moment as well, trying to see like which mode I need to go to now. Do I need to do something in SLC? What do I need to do in GSX? Remembering all my startup procedures? Bloody hell, I'd be knackered if I was like a real pilot. What we'll do as well, we'll do it.
Please set parking brakes.
Well, that's already started, hasn't it? Starting engine 1.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
It's terrible when I'm streaming as well because my head just goes absolutely just like mush. Yeah, that's just the thing with GSX as well. I think, Rogan, that might not be Microsoft's fault. I know, well, then again, I know that a lot of the stuff that they have on the ground is probably just for eye candy and just sitting around in terms of what Flight Sim does. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Hello?
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the cabin is secure for takeoff.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for letting me know.
Just let me know when you're ready to go and I'll get the crew seated.
Yeah, I will. No problem. Have I put my fuel on? I haven't, nope. Okay, we'll preempt this anyway. We'll tell GSX that engines are stable just to speed this bit up.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Well, I think everyone can agree anyway. This does add a lot more stuff going on in the aircraft. As I say, the whole feeling of the aircraft just is a lot different. Things going on, and it genuinely does feel alive. Like, you know, you've got people in the back. Okay, so both engines look good. So we'll get Gen 1 on, Gen 2 on.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Probe heats are going on. I think we will have a little bit of anti-ice as well. Get the bleeds back on. Left and right packs can go back to auto. Isolation valve. Stick to auto. And then we'll get the APU bleeds off. And we'll turn the APU off. Okay, engine start switches to continuous. We'll then set our flaps for takeoff. We're doing flaps set to 5. And then of course we'll check our elevator trim, which is 4.79. Somewhere around there will do. Okay, that's looking fine. And then we'll do a flight controls check. Okay, so full left, full right, full back, full forwards, and we'll just do a little check on our rudder. Full left, full right. Okay, lovely. Area looks clear. We get our taxi lights on and our runway turn off lights as well. Oh, wrong ones. Okay, and we'll be good to taxi now then. So parking brake is going off. Okay, and then we'll contact the cabin as well. So we'll do a public address. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please. So now we'll just give them enough time to do what they're doing. You see them moving around, so there's one there. We'll go into getting the seats. You see they've switched the music off for us as well. There you go, cabin crew down the front are seated. You see now as well we've got another 2 seats at the back that are free. That's these 2 here in the galley. There's one more seated, one more. And we'll see this member of the cabin crew take their seats. And there we go, they're in. So everyone is seated and hopefully secured. But as I say, unfortunately we're not going to be doing a runway, a departure via runway 27 and heading over Donington. Winds have got us coming out the other way. But yeah, it's just a totally different experience. Absolutely love it. So we know the cabin's secured, we know the crew are secured, we are ready for takeoff. So we'll just taxi our way down the other end of this taxiway. And all we have to do then to tell self-loading cargo that we're ready for takeoff or we're in takeoff mode is it's as soon as we stick our landing lights on then and the aircraft is secured and that, which it is. Now, I don't think I have to point this out to anyone, but I've seen a sort of growing trend with some people who are thinking that some people who make content on flight sim trying to do things a little bit more realistic, you know, trying to claim that they're experts or they're, you know, the real life pilots. I'm not one of them. I do this for fun. So if you hadn't have guessed that already, yeah. But I don't think you need the hint on that. But yeah, he's, you know what? Just while I just shift focus away from SLC, just very briefly, this airport is absolutely fabulous, and I think everyone should have it. Done such a great job. And it's a shame that we're not going to be flying over Donington, because you'll see like the little GT cars actually going around. You know, he's done a little bit of extra work there. Absolutely incredible scenery, honestly. You have a look just off to our left as well, the DHL centre as well. That's all modelled, all inside even. But the amazing thing is, still getting really good sim performance here. There's really been a good balance of visuals and getting the thing optimised to run really well. Absolutely incredible job. I am just going to go outside the aircraft for the first time here because I can't be bothered looking at my charts. Yeah, I was just looking at that then and I'm thinking, I'm sure that's just for when you're going into like DHL's bit. Yeah, we're coming off on Golf. Good job I just double checked that, because if I went down there I'd be coming back on myself looking a bit like a bit of a knob. Okay, we'll get the parking brakes on. I can't remember if there's another like little PA announcement system that we can do. Yeah, we'll just say this, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we're currently holding position. And we'll just say, air traffic control require us to park here until other aircraft vacate the taxiway. It's going to take a few moments, then we can get going. Thank you. Right, so we're all good to go anyway. But yeah, up to now, I know we've not really done like the pushback bit, which I was hoping to do so, but I think again it's because I did actually disable that in my settings shortly after I actually installed it, so I could still use GSX for all the pushback bits. So yeah, but it's probably a little bit of a blessing since my voice recognition isn't getting picked up. So please don't let me make you think that this thing has got all sorts of problems, because it's probably something that I've bloody been doing wrong. So but yeah, absolutely worth the price of entry from my point of view. Anyway, yeah, we'll get set up now for takeoff, and then we'll line up and get going. Right, so parking brake set, cabin lights as required, takeoff, flight instruments are looking good, engine instruments, nav equipment's working fine. We'll just do a little fuel flow reset. They'll go back to 0. Lovely. And then last but not least, so we're going to get our landing lights on. We'll get our taxi lights off. Strobe light is going on. Do you know what? We will put the wing lights on because it's a little bit dull here at the moment, isn't it? And then, even though we're not on VATSIM or anything like that, we'll get the transponder on. We'll get our traffic button pushed in, so we get our little rings for traffic. But again, not expecting to see anyone on the radar because I've got everything switched off, so I haven't got random people just loading in on the runway. But other than that, we're good to go. Yeah, and this weather as well, just going back to your comment, Rogan, is that about Donington, is it? Oh, and you got that deal for oh, you got the Train Sim Classic one, yeah. Oh, so you went for the one that got you Liverpool Manchester line. Nice. Yeah, I might have to pick that up. I think it's still going, isn't it? I might have to pick that one up myself. Nice. So this is a short flight. We're expected probably about 45-50 minutes, I think, in the air. The Simbrief plan was suggesting. I'll say we just get ourselves lined up. Yeah, Rev, this is the Boort Airport. You can only get it. It's only available on a website or an application called Contrail, but it's by probably, arguably, one of the best scenery creators at the moment for flight sim, which is Pyrogy Dev Company. You'll see one of my previous videos that I've posted as well, or one of my previous streams. I've actually done a little walk around on it once I've flown here, and it's absolutely, honestly, it's incredible. Attention to detail, it's brilliant. Right, so we're gonna power up the engines, get to about 40%, and then we're gonna use the little secret toga button. So we're over our 40%, and if I only found this out off Storm, to be honest. If you hit this little screw here, there you go, that sets our toga power. Right, so we're moving. Might just get those wipers on a little bit quicker. Not that it makes a difference on our screen. Not via the marketplace, no, mate. If you have a search, if you just type in East Midlands Microsoft Flight Simulator, it'll bring you the link. Couldn't remember for a moment then if I'd set me V speeds, but there you go, there's V1, so we rotate. Okay, positive rates. Here's going up. And then we'll fly this a little bit manually. We're going to make sure we're not going to follow the flight director, because if we go above 20 degrees of pitch, we're going to get absolutely marked down on a pilot's life. So I'll try my best to keep us below 20 degrees of pitch. So we'll wait for that flight director to just to stabilise a little bit. There we go, it's starting to drop back down now. Just get me wiper off. And while I've done that, I've just missed my turn. But we'll be able to pull it back in anyway. This turn's not a overly aggressive one. So I'm just following the flight director now. Okay, we got the brakes off. I just need to go a little bit tighter here. And while I'm doing this as well, I also need to sort out my engine switches. We'll do that once we've started straightening up, and then we'll get the autopilot on. There you go, didn't do too bad of a job of that, did I? Oh god, do you know what I've just realised as well? Why am I overspeeding as well? I think I will stick me, oh no, it's dropping back down now, so that's fine. Thought it was going to start going nuts. Right, turn that on. Engine switches. Okay, I'm going to let the autopilot take over on this bit. Yep, command A is on. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Okay, and then when we get to 10,000 feet, get the landing lights off, and we'll also take the seatbelt signs off as well. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. All details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However, for your safety, we do recommend that you remain seated with your belt fastened at all times during the flight. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will be starting one of our in-flight movies. If you require headphones, please contact a flight attendant and we'll be happy to help. For those of you who brought your own, you can plug them into the armrest to the side of you. Tune to Channel 6 on the in-flight entertainment system. Thank you.
Have I just been pretty quiet there? I might have had my mic muted. Just double checking. Asking for a friend. Hopefully I wasn't muted because I've just bloody rambled off a load of spiel there. Oh, did I? Right, okay. Right, so we've done our announcement to the over the PA system just to let everyone know that we were getting up to climb, getting up to our, cruise level. So the next phase of the flight, or next time we need to do any addressing of anyone, is we just need to let everyone know on board that we're getting ready for the descent. So we'll do that just a little bit before our top of the descent, just so everyone's prepared for it. But there's two things that we need to take care of. First thing is letting the crew know. So we'll summon the crew to the intercom, let them know how long it's going to take approximately before the descent will be starting. And this is actually quite important because we need to allow the crew time to work out whether or not they can perform any of the remaining in-flight services without stopping halfway. Because if they do stop halfway of a service, passengers on board will get annoyed. And I don't know whether or not that's something which has an impact on your score or whatnot.
We are about to start one of our in-flight movies.
But it could be.
If you'd like to watch, please plug in your headphones and select channel 8
Secondly,
your armrest remote. Thank you, and I hope
we need to inform the passengers. So the crew, we do that via the intercom, letting the passengers know. Obviously, we do that over the PA system, and that's just so they've got some sort of idea of how long is left remaining on the flight and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bloody decent little thing. As I say, it feels like there's a lot of stuff going on in the aircraft, which is what you want. And as I say, the reason why I didn't want to run this with GSX in the background is because the developer has said, obviously first and foremost, he needs to make sure that this works with both Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane, and if you can get it working more in harmony with the likes of GSX, that is his goal, and that's one of the things that he's going to be doing in one of the next updates for it. He does want a bit better, or a better level of interaction or compatibility with people who use GSX. Oh, Rev, how are you doing after last night, mate? Because you're up pretty early then, aren't you? A good night last night, mate. I enjoyed that. It was nice being it was nice just being sat in the channel having a chat and listening to music. That was really cool, man. So yeah, thank you for suggesting that. That was brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will be starting the in-flight drinks service. If you could please ensure all aisles are clear and bags are placed in the overhead lockers, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
And I know Rev isn't one to require any special attention, but also a big thank you as well on the Discord, mate, getting us to level 2 with the boosts. Very, very appreciated, and absolutely not a necessity. And again, anyone who's in here, if you're not part of the Discord server, or even if you're watching this video back on the VODs, please do check out the link for the Discord below the hub. Anyone is free to join. If you're into flight simulation, any of the trucking sims, even a couple of the guys like Rogan, Revs, are into some of the space simulators as well. Everyone is more than welcome to pop in. Costs you nothing. Come and see what it's about. If you want to get involved a little bit more, you're more than welcome to do so. As I say, just check out that link below in the description, and we'll welcome everyone with open arms. Everyone is a friend. So I believe as well, I'm just having a look at my charts. So we're doing an RNAV onto runway 34. So we don't need to do anything with setting up the ILS frequency. This literally just goes off the aircraft's navigation. So a lot less to do on this. Still needs to set up for our descent, which is in 40 miles. So I tell you what, because I keep forgetting how short this cruise actually is. So let me just go and sort that out as well. Go back to main menu, FMC. We'll get him on the legs page. And we will sort out our descent information. So descent, it's still 6,000. I think it's 6,000 feet still in Ireland, isn't it? Better just check that out, actually. 5,000 feet. Good job I checked. Okay, so forecast, so 5,000 feet. So we'll change that on this as well. Oh no, that's not that, is it? QNH. 1008.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our drinks menu. Choose from our menu of hot tea and coffee or a number of soft drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. Thank you.
Okay, request our wins. And then I think we best just let the cabin crew know now as well, just so they don't continue doing the drinks too much. Right, we'll load that in. Okay, so we've got our wind information. We'll go back to the programs page. So top of descent is 11:28. Oh god, it's going to be like 5 minutes, isn't it? So we better get on and just let them know now. They're going to be absolutely mad busy. They're going to be rammed.
Hello, Captain.
Oh god. It's not even 10 minutes. It's going to be like... oh god.
Just to let you know that there's around 10 minutes to go before we start descending.
Not quite. Going to be 5 minutes. Oh god. Better use the PA system anyway. Good morning again from the cockpit. Hope you're enjoying your flight. We'll be starting our descent in just a few minutes. The weather in Dublin is looking good, so it should be a nice, easy approach into the airport. We're not expecting any delays, so we should be able to land fairly quickly. Once we do begin our descent, please listen to the cabin crew carefully and pay attention to any instructions they provide. Please also monitor the seatbelt sign during our approach. Thanks very much for flying with us, and I'll speak to you again shortly. Oh, nice, yeah. I've had a good cup of coffee this morning, mate. Yeah, and there you go. There's some more games as well that Rev's posted that we get involved in. So yeah, anyone, as I say, welcome to come and pop in. We've got a VTC set up as well. If you don't know what a VTC is, you probably don't play Euro Truck Sim or American Truck Sim, but it's a virtual company setup. We've got the hub trucking as well, which is housed by the Discord. Couple more updates to that. We've got some more skins going on now. Again, a list and all the downloadable files are available. So yeah, if you want to get involved in a bit of trucking, yeah, come and pop in. Come and join the VTC again. Link is below in the description. Anyway, that's enough shameful plugging from me. We're going to focus on this flight now. And we'll be the start and our descent very, very shortly. If you have a little look inside the aircraft cabin. Oh god, look at that! Shows you who's got alcohol. I mean, we are going to Dublin, aren't we? I'm not being I'm not stereotyping anyone there. God, look at that. And you can turn down the audio levels as well if you don't want to hear the passengers as much as they might be coming through a little bit on the stream. Yeah, all the sound levels and everything are configurable with inside the app. I'm just gonna have a little read ahead because I always forget this little bit, but so descent, yeah. So once we're ready to start making our approach, that's when we're going to secure the cabin. So we need to instruct the cabin crew to secure the cabin. So we make a PA announcement just so they know they should start doing so. So they'll stop any in-flight services and they'll start making their way around the cabin, checking that everyone is seated. And then when we're on the approach, again, they'll just make sure that everyone is seated and secure for landing once they're finished. Similar to how it works during the takeoff, they'll use the intercom to let us know that they're finished, and we can either instruct them to tell them to be seated, or let them continue serving passengers until we make a further announcement. Probably because what I'll do, because I normally forget things like that. Yeah, once we get them to come to the intercom and let us know that they're finished doing the securing, I don't know. I might just tell them there and then to. Yeah, I might just tell them to actually come and just go and take the seats. But then I don't know, because I think, like the takeoff, they'll still be able to sort passengers out. So I might just sort of delay that a little bit. If I do that, just make sure I someone please remind me. We're screwed. Not screwed, mate. Right, what's coming up on here? Oh god, I haven't done me MCP. I think, is it 2,500 at Dublin? I'm just going to set it to that. Let me just double check Navigraph. No, it's 3,000 feet. See all these things I've got going on now, and I've got all sorts of other things that I need to do. I think I've still got my wing lights on as well, haven't I? I have, yeah. Not that it matters. Right, so we've set that. We've set that. We've got the FMC approach speeds, ref. I don't think I've actually done that one yet, so we'll do that now. The send. So there we go. Init ref, index, approach. We're going to do 40 flaps. That's it now. We've got a VREF of 144. ILS or localizer course. Don't need to worry about that. We're doing an RNAV. And I'll tell you what we will do as well is we will... I'll tell you what, no, we'll do that when we get back to our transition altitudes. We'll set that to, I think it was 1008 on the QNH. That's all good, so all we need to do now is wait for the passing of 10,000 feet. And of course, that's when we'll tell everyone to get the cabin secured. Seatbelt signs will go back on. And once the flight's concluded as well, I'll also show you when we go through and have a little look at the flight report, and we'll see exactly what I've failed on or what I've done right, what score I've been given. It gives you a really good breakdown of how you've interacted with the various teams on board and around the aircraft. So I assure you, I'm going to try my damned hardest of getting this down nice. The funny thing is, when I'm not streaming, I always do pretty well. And you know, me pilot's life record will back that up. You know, I'm not a 98.8 rated pilot on that for no reason, you know, but when I start streaming, everything just goes wrong. So I said I wasn't going to plug the Discord again, but please do as well. Anyone who's in here now, if you've enjoyed the video so far, just don't forget to give it a little thumbs up. And the same if anyone's watching this back through the VOD. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do hit that button. And yeah, give a little thumbs up for me, please. It goes a long, long way. Okay, we're still on profile. I'm just going to have a little approach on this one. So what are we doing? Approach. Oh, did I actually tell? I don't think I done my announcement to the passengers. Did I say I was starting to descend? Sorry. Good morning once again from the cockpits. As you may notice, we've begun our descent into Dublin. Depending on the destination air traffic, we should be landing in around... Oh god, probably 15 minutes maybe? I wasn't prepared for this. See, I don't know what actually comes up on this, so let me just have a little look on the program page. So... 11:55 and it's 11:37. So yeah, about 15 minutes. Let's see if I can bring that up again. Oh no, I can't. Okay, that's alright. We're not going to prepare the cabin for arrival yet. Okay, so now I know in future, when I do make that descent, to make sure that I check my estimated time that we're going to be getting to Dublin. You can see there as well, it was saying that 11:55 is when we're getting to the end of our flight plan. We just use our clock and sim. It gives us our time difference, work out exactly what we're estimated to hit. See, it doesn't say that in the manual, it just says, you know, inform the cabin when you're starting your descent and that. But yeah, this definitely feels like it gives you a lot more to do in your airliner flights. Specifically when you're trying to remember all your different stages, what you've got to do. And, you know, messing around with this as well as managing the aircraft, you know, depending on the flight stage, can be quite a little bit of a workload for you. Maybe I will have to start going back to using like first officer next door or something. Oh wow, that's just dropped right down there, hasn't it, that profile? So I'm just going to get the speed brake out a little bit. And we'll just decrease the range on the ND. Get back on profile. You see the little magenta diamond going back towards the horizontal indicator. Okay, that's got us back there, lovely. Trying to remember, I think I might actually have a GSX profile as well at Dublin. In fact, I'm almost sure I have. Okay, we're just past 11,500 feet. So we need to get the seatbelt signs on, we need to get the landing lights on. Okay, we've got our speed down, which is good. I haven't had to use the speed brake. Just back up a little bit. Okay, and we'll get ready to get the seatbelts on in the cabin. Get the landing lights on. Okay, that's that bit done. Just hear an announcement, I think, off the cabin crew. What are we looking at for our time in here? What's so 2 passengers are waiting service, which they are not going to be getting. Well, actually, no, they still can. Crew aren't seated. We'll get our auto brake set as well. 2, 2. Okay, we'll do an announcement to cabin crew. Cabin crew, please get the cabin ready for arrival. Or whatever it says.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers or magazines that you do not want to take with you.
Probably should have done that when I switched the lights on, maybe, I don't know.
Thank you.
Right, so they should be going around the cabin now, securing it, just, again, stopping services, making sure that the toilets get locked, and everyone's seated and fastened in. So you can still see there's an empty seat here, there's an empty seat there, another one here. So yeah, probably should have done that at the 10,000 feet mark, just to Tell them to get everyone in the seat. But you can see people are going back. Hopefully there's no one in the toilets. Actually, we might not even be a full aircraft, might we? Because they could just be the yeah. That's just the cabin crew going around. So I think everyone is seated. But again, if you want to check that, if we have a look on this page, it tells us, yeah, there you go, everyone's seated. 168 people are all seated and secured. So that's good. So that's just our cabin crew going up and down the aisle at the moment. Just going to have a quick look at the chart, just see what sort of speeds I should be doing. Have I put my minimums in? I don't think I have I? I always forget which one's Barrow and which one's radio on the chart, so this might be wrong. I might get the wrong call out for doing this, but we'll set it anyway. We'll go for 550. Okay, minimums in it. We are going to drop some flaps. I might be coming in a bit too fast here. Yeah, I need to get to... Might get a little bit of an alarm going off in a minute if this doesn't drop down quicker. Just want to have another little look and see what they're doing. Okay, all stations, seats for landing, please. Okay, we should be in line for this as well. Still sitting a little bit high, but if I just change my view on this just to get our glide slope. Then again, we're not using ILS, are we? So it's probably not going to show. Oh no, there it is. There's our glide slope capture now. That's where we need to be. Okay, so we'll just arm our approach. We are 10 miles out, I think. Where are we? I don't even know how far out we are, actually. Oh no, we're a little bit over. When we hit the glide slope, we're going to be 8.6 miles out. Oh, there we go. So 9 miles out now. So we'll get the gear down. I'm just going to check and make sure that... Yep, everyone's seated. Okay, and our VREF is, what was it, 144? Oh, Rev, sorry, mate. Just seen your comments as well. Take it easy, mates. Have a good breakfast. And I'll catch you soon, man. Catch you later. Oh, God. I forgot to bloody stick the flaps down further, didn't I? There we go. We're good. See, I'm reading up the manual for SLC there. I think once I've done this a few times, it starts becoming a little bit more autonomous then, doesn't it? So I do believe I know what stand that we're going to be going to when I get off here. I'm just going to pull up my chart up for the airport itself. So we're coming in on runway 34, which is great because it means that where we come off, we haven't got too bad of a taxi to do. But we're going to be coming off to the right. Okay, just waiting for that 1,000 feet call out and then we'll disconnect the autopilot. But yeah, this is... There you go, there's the 1,000. But yeah, this is a another payway scenery that I've got from MK Studios. I've picked up, was it last month now or the month before? The Dublin V2. Definitely more of a performance hit on my system when you're going and comparing it to the likes of East Midlands, where we've just taken off, but still a very good, yeah, still a good enough experience.
Approaching minimums.
Okay, continue.
Minimums.
And again, I'm not a pilot. There you go, continue. See. God, this has actually got us coming in quite high, hasn't it?
200.
Should be alright here, though.
Sink rate. 50. 30. 20. 10.
There we go, that's soft enough. Drop the nose gently, flaps are going up. Speed brake off. I was hoping that we, well, nowhere near making that turn, were we? There you go, it's good enough for a pilot's life. That'll get us a good score, providing there's not a big discrepancy and all that. Okay, so flaps are away. I'd say we'll just come off here now. Okay, get the taxi lights on. We don't need the runway turn off lights.
The cabin crew will shortly
Handle lights are off.
to perform safety-related duties.
Strobe lights off.
However, we ask that you remain seated until the
What we'll also do as well is get our...
portable electronic devices for messaging.
I think I left all my anti-ice on, didn't I?
May now be
Ladies
used.
and gentlemen, please
Please
remain
make sure
seated
that you
until the
take all your
captain turns
personal
off the
belongings
seatbelt
with you.
sign.
Checking in
Once
the seat
that
pocket,
happens, we will start
underneath the
deboarding
seat
and you'll
in
be
the
able to
overhead
leave the
lockers.
aircraft. Thank
Do
you.
take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew,
Okay, we'll
it
also
has
get the
been our
APU
pleasure
on.
looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your self-loading cargo journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or the official self-loading cargo app. Thank you.
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for that, Rogan. Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? Might have been a little bit long. Oh no, we weren't actually too bad. We were only just past the threshold, so that's alright. Okay, so we'll just do our taxi. I think I've done everything that I should have done up to now at this point. So we'll just do another SLC thing. PA system, we've got no commands available. What about our intercom? So we get a response from them. They might actually still all be like stuck in the seats. Oh no, they're not. They're moving.
Hi.
How are things in the back?
We're just monitoring the passengers until we reach the gate.
Okay, thank you. I'll let you back to work.
Thanks.
So I'm just trying to remember where it was I park here. I think Ryanair are just round the other side here. Well, it says you can make a PA announcement to the cabin crew telling them to disarm the doors. So we'll just keep monitoring the PA system because apparently there should be another command that comes up. I think, you know what, I said I was going to do something with GSX, didn't I? I'm sure it was like gate 24 maybe? Or was it 119? Excuse me. Oh, it was 124, wasn't it? Let's have a look if we can find 124. Where's the rest of them there? No, we've gone past that anyway. Oh well, we're doing 124 anyway. Still not on the PA system. Because normally you'll have like your little marshal area if you're using GSX to say to your because otherwise I'm quite terrible at pulling up. Alright, parking brake will go on. Let's see if we have got any announcements that we can make. PA system. Nope. That's just saying we're holding position. So yeah, it's just a little bit of trying to figure out when to do the responses.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah, no, I'll just say forgot what I
Sorry,
needed.
I've completely forgotten what it was I wanted.
No problem.
Okay. That's that, so we'll just do the usual thing then. So we're ready to offload and passengers. So first we need to secure the aircraft. So once we apply the parking brake, we're going to turn our engine off. But before we turn our engine off, we need to make sure that... are we running on the APU? APU. And then we also need to turn off our taxi light. So turning off our taxi light. We'll do a couple of our other things as well. So our anti-ice is off. Window heat. Get that off. And then the next thing to do is, yeah, turn our engines off. Okay, that's ground crew connecting. What I'm just going to do at the moment, because this is where a pilot's life finishes. So we got our flight reports. Oh wow, I did actually get a harder landing rate than what I thought. So I've lost points on that. Submit the flight anyway. But you should have just heard then the ground crew, that little bit of static that we got, that was them just connecting up to the aircraft. So if we go into this now, we should be able to make contact with the ground crew. So we'll just do that, contact the ground crew. Maybe they're waiting for the beacon light to go off, maybe.
Ground to cockpit.
Ah, yeah, there we go. Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
You're loud and clear, 5 over 5.
Roger. Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Standby. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes.
Roger. Okay, you said ground power is available, so we'll switch over to ground power. Of course, in the PMDG as well, you have to use the little menu here in the... Oh, there we go. So we'll set the chocks, and then that should give us ground power to request. Okay, we'll do a little thing over the intercom. Let's see if it's this one that we use or if it's the other. Again, this is just trial and error on my part. Probably was a PA.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah, see, she's just going...
Sorry, I forgot what I needed.
No problem.
Okay, so let's do a PA. Let's see if it works that way. PA system. No commands available. Okay, so what have we... Oh, I've got to take the seatbelt sign off, haven't I? Of course. There we go.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open the doors when ready and begin deboarding.
And we'll use GSX for this bit.
The boarding requested.
Oh, look at that. Okay, we'll see if it'll let us do another public address. No. Ah, there we go. Let's see if it'll let us do... Yes, we wait for the noise. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your...
Your portable electronic devices must not be used until you are inside the airport.
We'll wait.
When disembarking, please take care and hold onto the handrails while walking down the stairs. Please ensure that you supervise...
This is going to go off and I'm going to not be able to do this now, aren't I?
Underneath the wing.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your flight with Ryanair this afternoon. I'd like to wish you a safe onward journey. We'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for flying with us today. Okay, and all we've got to do now is wait for the deboarding to complete. This will probably go quicker as well than what GSX will show you with the passengers. you go. Off they go. But yeah, that's picked up 360 feet per minute. Flight sim did not pick that up, but it still gave me as a good, still put me as a good landing. So, you know what? If that's good, then it's good. Did not feel that hard though. Probably should have flared a little bit more, but as I say, I always do the bad landings on stream. But yeah, I know I've had a couple of issues, especially with the voice recognition not being able to be interacted with due to my mic not getting picked up for whatever reason that is. I'm sure I'll, as I say, I'm sure it's something which I've done wrong. Hello?
Hi. We're all done back here. Everyone's offloaded.
Okay, thank you.
Give me a call if you need anything else.
God, that cleaner noise needs to be turned down, doesn't it? So as I say, it's not exactly in sync with GSX because I'm having to like manually trigger things myself. I can't even turn that off, can I now? Tell you what, we'll just do the door thickness a little bit. There you go, we're muffling the sound just a little bit. Right, but that's it, everything done, reasonable landing. We got a B on that, so what I'll do now is I just want to break this down for everyone just to show you what self-loading cargo also does. So even if you're not doing flights with some sort of like career app, which I've been doing with what's it called, with a Pilot's Life, it does give us a full flight report. So we pull that in, so it shows us that East Midlands Airport, so we've actually done 3 flights, I've actually been flying in and out of East Midlands, that's all I've done here. Gives us our average landing rate, so 176, so that's definitely been the worst, but look, rest assured, I can get them down softer. And if we have a look at our latest one, so I've got B's on everyone, so I'm quite consistent with that, aren't I? But if we click on this itself, it shows us everything we've done right and everything we've done wrong. And as I say, I'd rather do this on the stream for the first time instead of, you know, getting fully acquainted with this, because at least you can see where I've come up short, what I've done well, and hopefully, you know, if anyone does decide to pick this up just on the strength of this video, you know, hopefully you'll get off to a excuse the pun, but a flying start. So departure and arrival, we got maximum points on that. Airmanship skills, not quite. Apparently we had a maximum climb rate at 1 point of 5,598. Now that's nothing to do with me, that was the autopilot, so it is what it is. And similarly with the descent, we didn't do anything with the descent. Max G-force is 1.47, so that's where we probably lost a few points on that. Positive G-forces were well outside the limits, so pulled up too hard. That might have been when I was coming into land, I don't know. But yeah, good landing. Unfortunately, yeah, it was a little bit heavy. Obviously, I had my little tracker that popped up saying it was on a negative 185, so and it felt really soft. But obviously there was a discrepancy there. That's got me a little bit harder. So otherwise, the other airmanship ratings there on the good landing would have been spot on. SOP adherence, I know that we did go above 250 when we were doing the initial climb. Now that's something that a Pilot's Life normally gives you a little bit of a tolerance on, so probably what I'm going to do in future to make sure that I don't trigger this again is I'll actually use my I'll use the speed intervention on the MCP, and hopefully that'll stop us going over 250. But we went over by about what, maybe 6 knots. Engine startup was not announced correctly, so I forgot to inform the ground crew before starting one or more of the engines. So again, I know I had a little bit of an issue with the whole pushback thing, because I wasn't actually going to use GSX and I was going to use SLC. But yeah, other than that, it's looking pretty good. Cabin management skills for the first time I think on any of my flights. I've got that all spot on. Cabin communication skills is all pretty good, apart from the prepare the cabin for arrival announcement was not made in a timely manner. So yeah, I probably should have done that a little bit earlier. I think I left it for a couple of minutes, so but it's fine. But other than that, yeah, I'd say it's actually quite a decent flight all in all. But yeah, if you're interested in picking it up, the website's there. Also, the link is down in the description below. It's selfloadingcargo.com. It's currently priced at $16.99 if you want to get stuck into this and have a little go yourself. Genuinely can't recommend it enough. Certainly going to be a tool that I'll be using on all my airliner flights moving forward. And of course, when the additional sound packs come, which will be community driven, they'll be available on flightsim.to. It will increase the immersion tenfold because it'll be sound packs that people have put together and actually done real voice recordings with, instead of the one that you've been hearing on this flight. So people tend to make ones that are customized to certain airlines as well. So like me flying Ryanair today, no doubt we'll see a Ryanair themed one crop up at some point. But speaking of, you know, in terms of like airlines and who I'm flying for, so I'm flying for Ryanair on a pilot's life at the moment. I am giving some thought this afternoon. I've had an offer from Qantas, and I don't really tend to, I've not done much flying around Oz, so I might actually take that offer of employment up and maybe start flying the 737 for doing some like short and medium haul Qantas hops. So we'll see. I'm gonna have lunch, have a little think on it, and that might be you know, maybe an idea for the next video in the 737. We'll do some of pilot's life for Qantas maybe. But yeah, as I say, if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider giving the video a thumbs up. And whether you've been in here in stream or watching me back on the VOD, please do consider giving a sub to the channel. Be appreciated greatly. But I'm going to leave that there anyway. Happy to have got a stream done today. And I'm really, really pleased that the stream has worked well, unlike the last one that we attempted. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's looking up going forwards. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much for everyone who's popped in today. Appreciate it. I'll see you all soon, and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.